if you could have your heart's deepest desire, the divine power to transform your life for the right price. An eye for an eye, flesh for a crown, wretched mortality for glorious eternity. Rise with me, for who can stop a god?
So is Vecna a good big bad guy to have in the end of your high level campaign? Well, I ran him as mine last week, and I have a few pros and cons that I'd like to talk about Vecna, the Archlich. But if you don't know who Vecna is, let me just describe it now. Vecna is an iconic character in Dungeons & Dragons, known for his transformation from a powerful mortal wizard to an undead lich, and eventually to a god of secrets and undeath. Originally a master of necromancy, Vecna achieved lichdom to escape death and extend his influence. His story is marked with betrayal, notably by his lieutenant Cass, which led to the creation of the legendary artifacts which are now known as the Hand and Eye of Vecna. These artifacts are praised for their impressive power despite their dark consequences, making him a formidable antagonist and a central figure in D&D lore. And I read him, and I have to say, I kind of agree. I read the new Eye of Ruin Vecna Archlich, and there's some good things and there's some bad things about him. Starting off, he has no legendary actions or mythical actions, which I found very, very weird. Now, I know his stat line, his abilities are very powerful, but I kind of would have liked a legendary action here too. They kind of make up for this with his 3 reactions he gets, and I have to say one of his reactions is crazy. I'm talking about Dread Counterspell. Vecna utters a dreaded word to interrupt a creature he can see casting a spell. If the spell is 4 or lower, it fails, and if it's 5 or higher, you better make an intelligence check because you're taking damage, psychic damage. I love this. And then there's another one called Fell Rebuke, which is, I think, so good. A wizard who's not a fighter needs a getaway free card, and this is Vecna's. Fell Rebuke happens the second he is hit by an attack. He utters a word and is teleported out of there and deals necrotic damage to the person who's attacking him. It's amazing. I love this. Now, there is one thing I do not like, is his vile teleport. It's a misty step that makes you gain 80 health. Yes, you heard me correctly. 80. He gains 80 hit points when he teleports away as a bonus action. I think this is a bit... Now, you can be clever. Someone in my party had an ability every time they hit, they could stop a person gaining life. This worked perfectly here. This can actually be stopped with a cantrip. Chill Touch would stop this from happening also. But I thought it was a bit... 80 seems a bit... like 50, 25 would have been cool. 80 is a lot of hit points to get back from just using a bonus action. Like, it kills out heal, and it's like, nah, that's 70. This is 80. It's nuts. This is one of the things that I was like, oh, that's a bit mental. And his spells, right? His DC is cool, but like, there's nothing, like, he can do lightning bolt at will, but there's nothing special, nothing spectacular. There's no, like, you could have made like Vecna's, let's say Vecna's necrotic blast or something. Vecna's something. There's nothing in like that in this. He can do Dimension Door twice a day. Wow, fair play, Vecna. Oh, he can scry twice a day. Cheers. He can cast Dominate Monster once per day. Wow. Or Plane Shift. Wow, that's great, man. Yeah, spell casting. And he is the master of the secrets. And necromancy, and he has fuck all shite necromantic spells. Like, he's fuck all. He's Fly, Lightning Bolt, Mage Hand. It's absolutely redonkulous. I actually, looking at the only thing he can do is cast Animate Dead as an action at will. That's it. There's no other necromantic spells he has here, which is kind of crazy because he is supposed to be the king of necromancy. Okay, sorry, Arcus. I know you're there, pal. I'm just talking about the wizard, okay? The spells, yeah, okay. Now, I will get into, he does have, to make up for this, they gave him two abilities. One is basically like Power Word Kill on crack, and the other one is like a Dragon's Breath on crack. Now, one of them is called Rotting Fate, which is a 22 con save, right? You take 8d8 plus 60 necrotic damage and half of the veil, but it's worded weirdly. It says, a humanoid killed by this magic rises as a zombie. Now, usually spells like Disintegrate, it says if it drops it... I think this would have been more impactful if it dropped it to 0, you turned into a zombie. Not if it just killed you. Like Disintegrate, you know what I'm trying to say? I just didn't like that. Great for damage, but only affects one person. Kind of, the thing that I abuse and I love using, and I can only come back in a 5 or 6 as a rechargeable, is Flight of the Damned. This is pretty fucking cool. Vecna conjures a torrent of flying spectral entities flying in a 120-foot cone. I use this to the dogs. Now, I kind of wish it did a bit higher, more damage. It was averaged around 36. It's 8d8. 10d8 would have been nice, I think. But they also had the frightened condition. It's a bit shit when your party has a hero's feast before fighting Vecna, who they will because he's a chance rate in 26. If your party is not having a hero's feast before fighting a big, there's something wrong. There is something wrong. Your party is a bit delusional, or there's not the greatest. He does have 5 legendary resistance, which is quite tasty. I will have to say, quite tasty. Do like that. He's true sight and stuff like that, which is cool, but like, it's Vecna. You expect these things. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the bad guy in Dungeons and Dragons. This is not like any other Lich or anything. This is the Lich. And I ran him. We had a good 3-hour combat. I think it was 3.5-hour combat. Really fun. And it was him against 6 other players. And it was fun navigating them around the map and fighting them. He took down a few. They got back up. It was pretty fun. I just would like them to be more flashy. Something, give them some pizzazz or something. There's no mention of the hand and eye, which he's famous for. Like, it could have been cool if he lost a certain amount of HP, his eyeball falls out in his hand, and you can pick up them artifacts. Like, he's known for that stuff. I know this is supposed to be the god Vecna, and he's not supposed to be able to lose all that stuff. But when you're trying to run your own campaign with him, it's kind of a... I don't know. I will say, conditions immune, stunned and paralyzed. I love that. I fucking so happy that he can't be stunned, which would have ruined my day. But yeah, and also, what's the story with giving him a dagger? I just don't understand the dagger thing with afterthought. It's pretty cool that it does what it does. It does damage and then does more damage after a time, and the opponent can't regain health. That's kind of cool. But like, give him a staff or something. I don't know. It's like he's a wizard and you didn't make him like a wizard. Like, the Fell Rebuke, perfect. Vile Teleport, perfect. Counterspell, perfect. But all he's doing is annoying the party. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just like... he's just like poking them with a stick. Nope. You want to heal your party? No. He's just poking them and poking them and poking them. He's not actually like putting the fear of like he's not doing meteor swarm like ×4 or power word kill, and he can have like imagine Vecna like power word speech and everyone that has to take the saving throw and all of them fall. Like that is a lich, the king of liches ability. Like, do you know what I mean? He should be on crack. Like he should be so powerful. I just feel like they've let him down something terrible. But in saying that, I did enjoy using him. But he's not a trans rate in 26. Not in no. He might be with the healing thing, but other than that, no. I just can't see him. Just can't see him. It's an awesome stat block, but he doesn't. He didn't. He just could have been. I could have made a lich. I could have made a lich and used these stats for him and called him Brecky the Necromancer, and people were like, "Oh, that's a cool design." Oh, Brecky the Necromancer is pretty cool, man. But I wouldn't say you'd be able to take on Vecna. Oh yeah, but this is Vecna's stats. Oh, you'd be like, oh, really? 22 intelligence, 24 wisdom. I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. He is supposed to be the Arch Lich, the Kingdom Come. Maybe I'm wrong. Have you run Vecna? And if you have, leave a comment below. I'd love to know other people who have ran this high level creature. Don't get me wrong. Wizards have done a really good job here on poking, like antagonizing. I just wanted more pizzazz from the big bad Vecna. Am I wrong in saying that? If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. Jabin, your boy, happy. Woo!